Hello my wonderful people, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. Thank you for always joining us. If you're coming out here for the first time, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Now, the Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization, Ohanaeze Igbo, has accused Southeast governors, Igbo leaders and National Assembly members of conspiring to extend the detention of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, until 2027. In a statement issued by the Factional Secretary General of Ohanaeze Igbo, Mazi Okechukwu Isuruzoro, the organization blamed the Southeast governors for the deteriorating security situation in the Southeast region. They have stated that the Southeast governors and some certain Igbo leaders had not provided the essential assurances required to explore political resolutions for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, and they have expressed disappointment that even till date some certain governors, mostly the Southeast governors and Igbo leaders, merely took pictures with Nnamdi Kanu at the DSS facility rather than actively seeking for political solutions for his release. And Ohanaeze Igbo have decried these plots by these Southeast governors, these Southeast Igbo leaders, and some National Assembly members just to prolong Nnamdi Kanu's detention till 2027. The failure of some Southeast governors to utilize their political ties to advocate for Nnamdi's release is regrettable and underscores self-interest over communal affair. And Ohanaeze Igbo have underscored the crucial need for unity and cooperation among Southeast governors and esteemed Igbo personalities. So, in providing the federal government with assurances regarding Nnamdi Kanu's future conduct post-release, regrettably, it appears that some Southeast governors and some Igbo personalities have choosing to exploit Nnamdi Kanu's detention for personal gain, for political bargaining, and for the pursuit of political relevance. And they have expressed deep concerns over the behavior of these guys because they are not using their position to fight for Nnamdi Kanu. Instead of them to seek for his release, they go to Nnamdi Kanu's DSS custody and take pictures with him while the people in the Southeast are facing security challenges. And it is paramount for Ndi Igbos to hold Southeast governors, to hold Igbo leaders, to hold National Assembly members, even traditional rulers accountable for this extended detention of Nnamdi Kanu, and to refrain from laying blame on the federal government or even President Bola Tinubu, because the federal government awaits a united stand and commitment from the Igbo community to facilitate a potential release of Nnamdi Kanu. So Isuruzoro has called on all stakeholders in the Southeast to put aside personal ambitions and to unite in the efforts to secure Kanu's release and to address the security challenges in the region. So this is coming from Ohanaeze Igbo, who has for long been clamoring for the release of Nnamdi Kanu from the DSS custody. See, this Ohanaeze Igbo, yes, they might have made some shocking revelations, but what have they really done to secure the release of Nnamdi Kanu from the DSS custody? What have they really done? Why are they pointing fingers at some Southeast governors when they are yet to mention their names? Because as they've made this revelation, they ought to have released the names of these governors, these Igbo personalities and elders and even traditional rulers that are really behind the continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu. I really implore them to release and expose their names, because the point of calling out these Southeast governors without disclosing their names, it's kind of pointless, as people might tend to raise suspicions on some certain persons, but we need to be sure on what we are doing. So we can just imagine what they've said. Although the Ohanaeze Igbo, they only appeal to the president to release Nnamdi Kanu, and they've done nothing so far except appealing for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And let's not forget, they are not the only one appealing for the release of Kanu. A lot of people are appealing for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. The leader of the Ijaw Nation, Chief Edwin Clark, had directed the AG of Federation recently to file a notice of release for the leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, where he urged Tinubu to please ask the AG of Federation to make sure he secures the release of the IPOB leader, noting that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom on political grounds was long overdue. And I don't really know how these guys keep on talking about the release of Nnamdi Kanu without nothing being done. So this is, it is quite unfortunate because all efforts to secure the release of Nnamdi Kanu has been fruitless. All efforts, as it's obvious that the DSS, the federal government, they have strongly opposed against this. So most times when people are talking about the release of Nnamdi Kanu, it seems as if they are pouring water on a stone, as the federal government has refused to give in to the demands and the appeals of most Nigerians. And the DSS, on their own, they continue to hinder Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's right to fair trial, which is quite terrible. In fact, they have demonstrated their own part of disregard for the rule of law in Nigeria, because sometimes the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu, most times they complain that they have been unable to meet with Nnamdi Kanu as a result of the DSS orders stopping people from meeting Nnamdi Kanu. Why is it so? I wonder why. So the people of IPOB have been advocating for the secession of Biafra from Nigeria, and Nnamdi Kanu was arrested back then in 2015 on the charges of treason, and he has been in and out. But then in 2021, the courts, they had taken Nnamdi Kanu for trial, where he was discharged and acquitted, by the appeal court in Abuja. But yet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not been released. So it shows that this government is against court orders, and this is viewed as a deliberate obstruction of justice, because they have strongly refused to release him, and all efforts to release him has been fruitless in this country. The president has, however, he has not reacted to any of these appeals, neither has he made a call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. He has not even discussed Nnamdi Kanu's case for one day. So how are we sure that these guys are putting in their efforts in securing the release of Nnamdi Kanu? Because we know quite sure that we live in a lawless country. No wonder people call Nigeria a zoo, because the signs are there. And now Ohanaeze and Igbo have said, see, not only the government is frustrating the release of Nnamdi Kanu, some Igbo leaders, some Igbo traditional leaders, some prominent people, even some Southeast governors are trying to make sure they keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu detained until 2027. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you.